Lights, camera, and action. Welcome back to the show, guys, where we talk to industry creatives and talk about work, life balance, and enjoying the process. Today's episode is a powerhouse you do not want to miss. We are joined by the absolutely wonderful Elysia Rotaru, the voice of She-Hulk in the brand new Marvel Comics Invasion, and a true force in the industry with 20 years of experience. From iconic roles in Arrow, Supernatural, Smallville, the Justice League animations, to the Lego Star Wars and beyond, Elysia has brought some of our favorite worlds, heroes, and franchises to life. We're diving deep into voice acting, some of the superheroes that she's played, and performing in major franchises, and what it really takes to thrive in the industry for 2 decades. This episode is packed with insights, inspiration, and a whole lot of nerd love. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
I mean, I still get nervous. Do you still get nervous when you join like big projects or doing interviews and things like that?
Always, because your team always tries to get, I'm always like a freak, and I'm like, what's the prep? Like, what do I need to talk, like, what are we doing? And then, of course, like, there's a sidebar where I'm just like, I have no idea how to respond. Maybe I didn't prep hard enough, and then it's not even so much nervous, it's more just like, oh, I'm an idiot, like that kind of mentality. or lately I've just been like, oh well, like, I don't know, I'm just gonna let it go.
Oh, bless you,
But
bless you. Because
I get
that's
excited.
good. That's really good. I like my brother always tells me, because we started this podcast like 9 years ago, and he was like, you get nervous because you're passionate about it and you love it so
100%.
much. And I think he goes, that nervousness you should take into every interview, every project you work on.
Yeah.
And you notice it kind of like ooze out of you. Like when you speak to creatives in the background, industry people, that they'll notice the passion coming out because of your nervousness as well.
I
Uh,
think so. Also, I feel like there's a way to dial that down so you don't freak people out that might be not on the same page, and then they're like,
no?
"You're a psycho," and I'm like, "I know," but also like I'm excited. Yeah, I feel like there's that weird edge of a line, where they're just like, "What the fuck? Like, who did we just hire?" Or like, "No, don't hire her, or them, or whatever."
Oh, bless. Well, we've jumped straight in, and I'll do a little
Yeah.
introduction to everybody. But during the podcast, we always do introductions, and uh, your catalog is amazing. So, just to the listeners and everybody
Thank
watching
you.
the video as well. So, Elysia Rotaru, sorry, hopefully I said that right.
Yeah, you got it.
Uh, you got an amazing catalog of work from back in Smallville to
Oh,
Arrowverse to the Marvel universe as well, with the gaming, your voice acting in games as well, and it's like you've got this vast catalog of amazing work that you've done. So we have to give you your flowers first, because my brother's a
oh,
gamer. So
oh,
he was like,
shoot.
he knows some of the projects that you were on. And before we all have to do our deep dive and our research as well. But he was like, oh my God, like she's been in a couple of good games and now she's in Marvel Invasions. It's like, this is insane. Like you bring these characters to life. Uh,
Oh,
but the
thank you.
ongoing, no, you're welcome. The ongoing work that you do is like, how do you, because we usually talk about mental health as much as we talk about pop culture. We talk about the
Right.
projects that you take on and the aspects of acting these characters out. Like how do you kind of deal with the process of, I'm going to play this character, what sort of mindset do I need to be in when you play a character like She-Hulk or any of the other characters that you do play? Like, how you've got a mixed bag of amazing stuff. Like, how do you separate from something tragic or something exciting when it comes to playing these characters?
It's really interesting. So every game, of course, is just like any film, any TV series. They're not just like a
Mm,
flat line, like this is how you prep for it. I think the biggest thing that I need to understand is like what kind of a game it is, because I am not a gamer. Like, I admit, like, sorry guys, boohoo, here's a napkin. Like, I don't game. I've never gamed. I've always wanted to and been intrigued by it. So the irony of my life being like such a prominent voice performer in
mm.
games is hilarious to me, and probably to some people, and not to people that are like, you suck, you don't game. But I just never I never really had the time, to be honest, and I still
Mm-hmm.
really don't. I know it's like a dedicated thing for some people, and I don't really have that dedication, like you said earlier, the passion of,
Yeah.
but I do for the voice acting and the other side of it. So when I approach a project, I really, and this kind of is like across the board for anything, voice acting, commercial work in the voice booth, on camera, anything. I need to know, like, we obviously need to know where it's living, like what the tone is, what's the vibe, and then we kind of go from there. And of course with She-Hulk and this game, I knew after speaking to the team and how I even got the role, what they were going for, and then after we got on the mic together and I understood more, I still didn't really know more, but I was like, oh, okay, I get it. So it wasn't like a heavy game. Like I've worked in a game. Like I did mocap for
Mm-hmm.
many years on a game called Andromeda, by Biomass. Like I'm sure you
Mm-hmm.
guys or your brother
Yep.
might know that game.
Yep.
Totally different tone of a game, like super serious, like
Yes.
very more like human, like you're watching a series, like like Grey's Anatomy kind of shit, but in space.
That's right. Yep.
So maybe that was a bad reference, but
No.
whatever. And then so like, and then this game is more just like fun, a beat 'em up game, like homage to the old arcade games, which thank God I'm familiar with, like 80s
Mm-hmm.
Recall. But like it was, you want to bring a different energy to that. So the director in the team was just like, yeah, we loved what you did in this project. And so the reference came from another voice project I did on Spidey and Friends, where I played She-Hulk, and more of like something your kids are going to be watching. Like I just showed it to my kid, actually.
Yeah.
So something more tangible and digestible and like learning a lesson about life,
Mm-hmm.
but in a beat 'em up game. So that's where it started with She-Hulk, and they're like, we like the tone, we like this, we're going to change her up, she's going to be more mature, obviously, and we just went from there. This game, she doesn't have a lot of lines, there's not a lot of exposition, there's not a lot of like, this is my story, I'm Jessica Walters by day, or whatever, so we didn't really have that. It was more just
Mm-hmm.
fun and like, do the lines, and this is what's happening on the lines. It was like more directive to each fragmented section.
That's right.
So yeah, it was a different approach.
Still, do you get to kind of geek out because you voiced that character?
I mean, yes. Like,
I love that.
I have never bought a Funko Pop in my life, so this is
Wow.
my first one. I know I'm such a like anti nerd that way. I still need to get like a Black Canary one.
Yes, you do.
I do. I need to find one. But yeah, like I don't know. I think this is where I get a little bit, maybe I've just become like an Ebenezer Scrooge in a weird way for some reason. Like I've never really given myself the like time to geek out unless I'm
Mm-hmm.
around other people like yourself, or like at a Comic-Con, or like
That's right.
within that circuit. Cause like, God bless my husband, he doesn't game either. Like he
Mm-hmm.
plays golf and acts and like takes care of the family. So we're both on that same boring page of like not doing that. So I never, like, even when I see my work, I need to be like around. I'm one of those people that like needs to be around those people to like feel that vibe. I don't really do
That's
it
right.
by myself. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know. You
Like,
you
even
kind of
if-
separate it.
yeah, and like even if I sit in my studio and work, or even watch something, a project with my friends or family on TV, like it's not the same. I'm not like, ooh, I need to be like in that crowd of those
Totally
people.
understand.
Yeah,
Totally
just
understand.
Like how I feel like I'm that for my friends. Like when my friends are doing something
Mm-hmm.
or on a project, I'm like, yes, like reposting on social, like tagging, like I'm just like that cheerleader, because I just love seeing my friends crush it too.
Awesome.
But yeah,
That's such
I
a
do it for
that's
myself.
I mean I kind of see it from your point of view, because you kind of separate from the medium to what you need to bring to the show or the gaming or anything like that. Where
Yeah.
as a fan, and we could be quite critical when it comes to some things, but it's like, if I was to, like, now I know the process of how the industry works when adapting a book or a comic book to the big screen, that it's not going to be one-on-one, that there's going to be changes. There's
Yes.
got to be things to cater different audiences as well. And
Yes. Yeah.
And having somebody who's separate from being the geeky side of things to bringing a character to life, because I mean you clearly see it with some of the characters that you've probably played on screen, like Black Canary, to knowing too much in the comic books could get misconstrued because we've got 80 years of comic books of this character. So
yeah, it's true.
I've learned to adapt myself as well with the industry and being able to see things that I love in comic books and gaming and movies to how it's adapted to the bigger screen or when you're doing it onto theatre. And I mean, you've got shows that have become from TV shows to theatre now. And how do you, like, Back to the Future is my all-time favorite movie.
Oh,
I've probably seen it 1,000 times in different formats with a live orchestra.
wow.
They did something in London called Secret Cinema where they recreated Hill Valley, and you kind of watched it on a big screen in the center of Hill Valley on the clock tower, which was amazing. And they reenact the scenes out. And I recently got to see the show, and I'm like, wow, you can adapt a story in so many ways and bring it new light in different forms. And that must be amazing what you bring to some of the characters that you've played, because again, moving through different universes and genres of movie, you recently did a movie. Oh my God, where's it gone? With Tombstone, not Tombstone. Is it Tombstone?
Oh, that was a while ago, but Danny Trejo?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So
it was Dead Again. I actually just reposted a clip from.
I think that's what I saw, and I was like, oh my God, that's like insane of the type of genre movies that you could jump into. What was that like working on that project as well with that?
Oh my God, throwback. That was a long time ago, and I'm so grateful for that project. It was still to this day, I think, one of the most memorable films that I was on, just because of everything I got to do. Like, what was it like? Like, fucking awesome. Like, I got to work with Danny Trejo, like GOAT, like a legend. Like I'm speechless that I even got to work alongside him and like share space with him. What a great, interesting human being, and just the type of work that I got to dive into with the support of such a brilliant crew elevated my confidence and empowerment just in myself as a performer, because like at the end of the day, sometimes, like you don't get to experience those things in your normal, everyday, average, like person, human life. And then as an actor, you might not either, right? Because there's, opportunities where the stunt crew will come in and just handle that for you. But on this set, they took really great care of me and took risks on me too, where I took a risk in myself. Like, they taught me how to stunt ride a horse in like a week and a half. And like I've never ridden a horse like that before ever in my life. And like pre-movie, I was like training at a stable before we went to set, and it was like I still have goosebumps. Like like that's why I think I just, and like dorky out, like it's Year of the Horse. I reposted. That was like my first post in like months yesterday, and I was just like, I just got to put this out there. But it was just, and like, shooting guns, riding a horse, doing some stunting, working with such an amazing, like, powerful crew of, like, men and women who are on horseback, who are doing all this shit with firearms. Like, everyone was safe. Like, nothing insane happened. And that's, like, the goosebumps don't go away, because that's, like, the beauty of like, filmmaking or, like, creating a project in general. Like, like, even if you're in a voice booth, like, shit could still go wrong. Like, files could be lost. This could go sideways. Like, your computer could explode. Like, I don't know.
So true.
It's always a win when it doesn't. And then to see it all edited and come together is just so much fun. Like, I don't know. I could talk about that project even though it was like
that's amazing
10 years ago, but
that's crazy.
Like,
it's
so cool.
It's a nice reminder of the body of work that you've done, and it's always nice to be proud of anything creative that you've done along your journey as well. And it's for me, it's a personal thing where I can go back to projects 8 years ago when we started this podcast. It was two brothers, because my brother lived in Hong Kong. We're quite close. Wow. So we spoke over Skype back then.
Skype.
Yeah.
Well, is that still active?
I have no idea, but that's how it originated. And it's like
Skype.
You get to do something creative. I'm an artist. I I just draw and I paint. And then it
I
went
wouldn't say
into
just, but I hear you. Yes, yes, yes.
and I love it. Like it's taken me on a journey where we get to still continue to talk about our passions and see the
Right.
creative process. But you could go back to work and say, "Oh my God! Like I got to speak to this person, and I
Yeah,
got to do this art piece. I drew this comic book cover, and it's like,
yeah.
wow! Like this is. I think it's those little wins is something that I always tell the audience to celebrate. Those little wins, even getting through the day, is
I
like such a good thing to say. Oh my God, I made it through this day, even though shit hit the fan.
yeah, yeah,
I made
yeah,
it through the day.
yeah.
Uh,
It's hard to remember
you
that sometimes, though. So thank you.
very no, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely is. But I mean, you've stepped into the realm of podcasting as well,
Yeah.
and you've got some great episodes regarding mental health, health in general, and people on their journeys. And it's called You Did It, right?
You did it. It is. I had to let it die, but it's still out there. It took a lot of my time and love and passion to do that,
Hmm.
and I think I approached it in a way that was just the Elysia way, where I was like, I'm doing this, and I just like started doing it without like having the proper prep. But I had a like small army team of awesome people,
Okay.
and then it had to die, unfortunately, because I got displaced from my house. We had a
Sorry to
fire in
hear
our
that.
garage. Yeah, that's okay. And the garage is where my studio
Hmm.
is, and yeah, we were out of the home for like a year, so like doing it
Oh.
remotely just didn't feel appropriate. I don't
Hmm.
know, and it was just a lot. So that was like sadly, and then I got busy with other work,
Hmm.
and traveling. But it was a cool. I don't know how you guys do it. Like, kudos to everyone who runs a podcast. Like, obviously, it involves a big team, and commitment and time and dedication. So, man, now I
It
know.
is.
Like, now I know.
Yeah, that's it.
Now I get it.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm sorry to hear about the ending of it,
Oh,
but
that's
it
okay.
must have been amazing to communicate with people on that level as well,
Yeah.
because it does bring some sort of, for me personally, it's brought stuff I love what I loved as a kid
Yeah.
to reality to be able to connect with creatives on a larger level where we're still doing this 9 years later. And
Yeah.
I keep
It's
saying,
huge.
2 kids later, I was like, I think I'm done. I'm like being a father and a parent alone,
Yeah.
like you women, superhuman, honestly. Like I'm
Yes.
still
Thank
suffering
you.
PTSD from what I've seen, but shout outs to wifey. She's my superwoman. Uh,
Yes.
uh, but to try and it's a juggle, and you're trying to juggle all of these things to do, but
Yeah.
I still love connecting with people, and that must have been amazing for
100%.
you to be connecting to people like that to give you different types of information as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I wanted to approach it from a like just different standpoint from, you know, obviously it was about like you did it, you had a kid.
Mm.
Um but I wanted, the whole goal was for it to continue on for as long as humanly possible, but just learning so many things in the short amount of time that I did and like sharing it with the community was so much fun. And I wish I could say I want to do it again, and I think I will do a podcast again. I just need to make sure that there's the element of like proper support and like
Of
structure.
course, of course, of course,
Like
it
to
plays a
do
big
it
part.
because it's a lot. Yeah, it's a
Definitely is.
lot.
It plays up because I mean, where if I didn't have the team I'm running now, I
Yeah,
don't think I'd keep up with it because
yeah,
we have somebody going to the events. We have somebody else who does interviews as well. We need people to review the movies and TV shows and games as well. Uh,
yeah,
Before it was just me and my brother who did the social media, the looking after the YouTube, the looking after the podcast
yeah. And
platforms, and
that's a lot too. Like I can barely navigate YouTube. I don't even. I like. I take. I've like fully taken a step back. I'm just like,
yeah,
bye bye. Like I'll just creep it.
good. I
Yeah.
think it's important, and we never know.
100%.
We
Yeah.
never know. You did it, may come back.
Yeah.
Uh, you never know
Definitely.
because the way life works as well. I think is interesting. You can start projects, you can finish projects, you can have unfinished projects. I've got unfinished
Oh,
paintings
I
looking at
know.
me right now,
Yeah.
but there was another thing that I've learned about you as well because you grew up in such a fantastic upbringing where classic piano, skiing, army
Yeah.
cadet, and beekeeping. I mean,
Yeah.
what was that like doing all of those things to becoming the performer you are now? Like,
Oh man.
do you bring some of that, like, what's the word? That knowledge over from those things into what you do now, that determination?
I think 100%, and a lot of it may just have, like leached into type of work I do subconsciously, but and then consciously for some. Like, definitely playing piano at such an early age has informed my skills and abilities as a voice actor 100%. Like, I hands down, like, thanks mom and dad, but then also like no thanks. Um, I PTSD from that. Yeah, I fully retired at like 19. I was just like, I'm
Okay.
done. I dropped, like I closed a piano shop and like haven't looked back, which is very,
Hmm.
very, very sad because like now my kid's learning piano and I'm sitting there and I'm just like I sound so stilted and like a moron. Oh yeah, it's like depressing, but
It
also
must be.
like, oh yeah, but I'm also like, is it? I don't know. I'm just like, we have to go unravel that in therapy one day if I ever decide to go to therapy. And then yeah, like all those weird things that I did as a kid growing up have definitely, shaped and molded like who I am now as a person and as a mom and as a performer and a partner and all those things. So it lives there for sure. And I think I
Hmm.
do get to really tap in um, to elements of my, past self when needed. But everything I feel like comes into your life to serve you, at that time. And then when it no longer serves you, it leaves, right? Like
That's right.
it's, or it comes back in a different way, shape, or form, kind of like people.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it was like, man, I'm 41 now. So like I only started acting when I was 21, 22.
Wow.
So 20 years like is a lot, but not a lot. And, I still kind of like hit myself over the head where I'm like, I want more credits. Like I should have had more credits. Like, so it's one of those things where you're like, cool, like, thank you, life. And then like moving forward, like, let's, like now I'm looking at experiences that I've had over the last 10 years. I'm like, how are those informing my work
Hmm.
or not? Like, do I have to draw from other sources? So,
Totally.
yeah. Yeah, it's pretty
Oh,
interesting. Mostly because I
fa-
just like don't really remember a lot of my childhood.
it's
But
difficult.
I'm
It's hard
sure,
to.
yeah,
I
it's
I
hard
turned.
to.
It is hard. I turned 44 last year, and I'm like,
Yes.
how do I remember half of the stuff that I do? But
That's,
I mean,
yeah.
just to say, therapy is good. Therapy is
Yeah.
good. Therapy is good. It does. It maybe not help to. From what I've learned from it is that with the chaos that goes on in a creative's mind, it does
Oh, yeah.
filter through certain things that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
kind of make sense of things as well. Like, which has really helped me on my journey as a father as well, because
Yeah, yeah.
you can be really laser focused, and sometimes not being
Yeah.
present is
Yeah,
is
yeah,
is
yeah.
very difficult when you're working on projects. And like, we always need to come back to the core root of like, why am I doing this for, and what sort of
Yes.
pleasure is this going to bring to me? Because yes, it
Yeah.
needs to bring me a pay slip because I've got to pay bills, but what sort of creative juices will it continue to bring to me as well when it comes to painting or doing projects with the kids or projects that I do on the podcast? And
Yeah,
like,
like my biggest thing is joy. Like, and
yes.
as lame and like cliche and annoying as that sounds, like I have to always go back to like, am I like, does this bring me joy? How can I make this more like I'm totally riffing off what you're saying. Like I agree.
Yeah,
Like you need to find that thing, I think, that keeps a smile on your face, because I hate to say it, like it does propel more. Like,
that's right.
if you're sitting there as like a little curmudgeon the whole time, like that energy will prosper that energy.
Hmm.
So why not flip it? But yeah, no, it's true. It's
That's
true.
so cool.
But
That is
it
so
takes
cool.
a lot of work to even like try to like fathom to do that.
100%.
It like, and if you
100%.
don't have anyone guiding you to that point or like infusing your mind with those kind of like wisdom nuggets, you're
Hmm.
kind of screwed, or you're like in a vacuum of whatever,
Hmm.
I think. But and sometimes
No,
it's fun to be in a vacuum. Like,
it is.
but like,
It
can you
is.
come out of it? Like, I don't know. Can you like
Oh,
suck yourself back out? Like, I don't know.
it's so
Reverse vacuum.
oh my God, that's a whole
Eject.
different that is a whole different era of trying to
Yeah.
see what you could go through. But then I suppose it gives you like that mental strength as well to say, you know what, I've been through this, I can do this,
Yeah.
I can do that. And I think it's really important. And that's why I go back to, I say everybody should celebrate those little wins. It's so important that you're able to celebrate those little wins, whether it's changing the
Yeah.
diaper on your kid, or right now she's toilet training, and she actually says, I need to go to the toilet. And I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
love it. It's so cute. But I'm like, still stay a baby. I don't want you to grow up.
I know.
It goes by so quick. I mean, how do you manage the parenting part with the work that you do as well? That must be,
Oh man, I've got an amazing partner, just like you were paying homage to your wife. Like I got
yes.
an amazing husband and partner and friend and lover and golfer and like all these things. He encapsulates like so many things. I can't even talk right now. I need more coffee. He is so many things. But I like the biggest thing over our entire relationship that I've noticed is he is like one of my, like, it's not even a fan or a supporter. He's just like, oh, like tear. He's just like such a great presence of energy in terms of like keeping me grounded, because I could be insane. Like, you know, I might need Adderall, but I don't think it'll work because like I'm just like, because I'm still productive enough to get shit done. But it's just like I'm trying to do so many things. So jokingly, you know, I used to call myself like the master of Jack, because like I would just do so many things.
That's right.
And like maybe master them, but like do them well enough where I could like pull it off.
That's right.
Like ride on the side of a horse at galloping speed and then like do a stunt. So like it's just one of those things where I don't think I could do what I do without him and the support I have from him, and like the sacrifices that like we both have made in terms of like doing that, right?
That's right.
And on it, like that's what we have. Like right now we're navigating something interesting, which is cool. We're like, I'm going to a Comic-Con, and like an amazing event in Vegas this weekend.
Nice.
I don't know when this is coming out, but sorry guys, like if it's coming out later, but you know, January 16th, I'm heading to Vegas.
There we go.
Con and like doing a staged reading, and like
nice.
He's working too, so we're like, oh my god, who's gonna watch the kid? Like we've never really had a crossover for work like that, which is kind of neat. So it's cool. We're like, okay, cool. We're like both getting back on our horses, and now we're navigating that.
It's the balancing act, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of the balancing act, and it's the fun part of it as well.
Yeah, and it's not like that's not a moment in our lives right now where I'm like, ooh, one of us has to pull out. Both of us have to be there. So
no,
like,
contracts have been signed.
Yes, 100%. And like, you can't come with me to Vegas, baby. Like, unless you know how to roll that dice. Like,
So you got Comic-Cons coming up, which is amazing. You do some. I've seen that you do quite a lot of these shows as well. Are you going to come to the UK for the UK fans?
Bring it on! I really want to come back to the UK for UK fans, for Euro fans.
Cool.
We'll have to see what's in the books. You know, the universe has heard us. Bring it on.
Ooh, I love that.
I will be coming to the UK like this summer indefinitely. I'm coming there anyway. My husband's born there. He's from Birkenhead.
Ooh.
So we're going up to Liverpool anyway. But I mean, I do miss spending time out there, like in Europe in general. So I think we're going to make it more of like a trip for the family.
It's because it seems like that's really good. Even with the Comic-Cons, you seem like you're really connected to the fans as well. You get your moment with your fans as well, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, that must bring that extra joy. Yeah, that's where you get to nerd out. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, that's where I get to be my little freak, because I get to say thank you to all the people that support me and like just our whole industry, right? Like, if it wasn't for the fans or people tuning in, what's the point? Then you're literally in a vacuum. So it's kind of just, it's for me, I love that. I love being able to have human FaceTime, like IRL with people, because it became a little devoid over the last few years. But God, I miss it a lot. So bring it on.
That is absolutely amazing. All right. I can't thank you enough, but I just wanted to ask one more question before we kind of roll this up. And it's been an amazing conversation. I've got to say, like, so cool. I'm still geeking out. My brother's going to geek out. Everybody's going to be geeking out. And everybody that does tune in to the podcast as well, we can't thank you enough for like all the love and appreciation that you've shown over the past couple of years, because we've seen a massive influx of people come through, and some of the questions we get and some of the messages we get regarding the mental health aspect of what we do on the podcast as well. It's been like two brothers just talking about how they are going through the journey as a father, as a martial artist, as somebody who works in the industry, has been absolutely amazing. But I think one for the fans, which they would absolutely love for the UK guys, is we're part of they call it a crew. I don't like calling it a crew, but we're part of the DC UK family for DC comic books, which is amazing. Which is really cool. And you have played Black Canary, plus you played She-Hulk when it comes to the Marvel stuff as well. Is there any other characters, doesn't have to be comic books or anything like that, a franchise that you would love to be involved in?
Oh God, my first instinct is just the John Wick franchise. Like,
ooh,
Jesus, I don't think that's going on so much anymore as it was when we all know. But when that movie rolled out, I literally like died. Like, I was just like, yes, like everything about it. Like, I'm like, Ryan, throw me a towel. Like, everything is just so good and like juicy and like, Keanu, like, man, it, like, just everything about, like, I love that. And like the Kill Bill, like, I'm just all about that. Like, I just love it all.
Okay.
And then again, at the same time, like, I don't know, I think it would be so fun to be on like a series almost like that's been going, like, like a Grey's Anatomy or like a 6 Feet Under, like one of those old school kind of like epic, like it just, or like oh my God, one of my other favorite shows, True Blood.
Ooh,
True Blood.
Very good show.
So that's kind of like where my head and heart are at. Like, I just remember auditioning for True Blood when it was first like coming up, and this was like when my career was just starting. And it was just, I obviously did not book the role, but it was like one of those things where you're like, whoa, like the fact that I'm even getting to read for this,
amazing,
is nuts. So yeah, I don't know, like something like that. And then of course, like when I think about like the world of animation, like like my heart and my like energy goes to like a franchise like, Zootopia, Bad Guys, like all, like Sing, like any one of those like types of things where there's like a little bit of like music, a little bit of like good vibe dancing, or like even the Trolls, like something like that is, I'm like, what a dream come true. Like, what a cream dream, because like not only can you enjoy something like that with your kid, because I can't really watch John Wick with my girl right now. I mean, I could, but like, is that
later on.
Yeah. Hey girl, this is how you hold a Glock. But like, she's 4, but like, it's being able to share that connective tissue with your kid, watching something, and then you be a part of it is like, what a cream dream. Like, that's definitely on my list. And then I feel like that's where I would geek out. That's where I'd be like, holy shit. Like, and then if your kid notices you, like, that's your voice. Like, that's even more, I think, interesting.
Really, it's really good. That is probably like one of my bucket list is, something like that. Like, she sees our videos on YouTube and she'd be like, Uncle, it's Uncle and Kid and Dad on TV. And it's like an amazing to see that. And she watches a lot of my art videos, and she's like, she wants to be an artist as well. And then like,
did she know your art?
Yes, yeah. We draw together, we paint together. She's seen my work, and it's like one of those amazing things as a father I can pass on to my daughter, whether she can continue it or not. There's like, I've learned that you could put unwanted pressure on children, and I want them to be kids. I want them to have fun. Like, I could understand what my upbringing was growing up, because my granddad was regiment. He was part of the British Rajasthan in the army back in Burma. My dad grew up with regiment, so we grew up with regiments, which was like, rotors, martial arts, kickboxing, and it's like, oh my God, this is tough. Amazing. And the same thing, I stopped when I stopped martial arts. I still continue martial arts, but fully heavy into it in my 20s, because I was like, well, I still, I want to experience college and life and things like that.
How cool
and
is that though?
It was. It's a
It's still in
whole.
your body, right? Like you can
Yes, it's
kind
still
can
there.
you kick back on the mat and like get back
Ooh,
into it, or
always.
would
Yeah,
you? Yeah.
yeah, always. That's like Jean-Claude
Fair.
Van Damme is his fault. Like I always wanted to spin kick like him, so
Yeah.
I ended up learning how. I had probably one of the. I still actually personally think I still got one of the best spinning kicks still in martial
Yes.
arts when it comes to kickboxing, and like I've
Post
always
it. Post it.
when I go on the red carpet. I think we did recently. We was on the the Running Man red carpet with Edgar Wright,
Oh,
and
sweet.
I got to meet Doman Comingo and
Oh, yeah.
uh, oh my god, it's gone out of my head. Yeah, good looking dude. It's gone right out of my head. What's his name?
Ryan?
No, so you had Edgar Wright, you got Dom.
Wait,
Oh
for
my
Running
god,
Man?
for the Running Man, Glenn Powell. Glenn Powell. Oh my
Glenn
god.
Powell. There you go. Yeah, yeah. I'm
And
like, who is this guy? Yes, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. He's
and then
Glenn Powell.
I do a spinning kick on every red carpet I go to.
I need to see
So
this footage. I'm
I
gonna be
do,
Googling this.
and I'll
Send it.
be.
Send
I'll
it.
do. I will. I do a spinning kick on every red carpet to get one. Because I've done extras in movies before, like UK movies.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
want one action scene where I could show that spinning kick off. I'd be
Yes.
happy. Doesn't matter, TV show, even if it's a YouTube clip, like just to say, oh my god, I did a spinning kick
Yes.
on one of these things. So
Yes.
it's on my bucket
Yes.
list still to do. But it,
Vision board.
yeah, it really helps out with the kids when they see things like that, and that
Yeah,
must be an
totally.
amazing experience that later on you can share some amazing stuff because you did the voiceover on Kate with the. Oh, see, all the names
Yes.
have gone out of my head.
Yes, yes, yes. With Woody Harrelson was in that movie.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
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 Uh,
Yeah. I was just a
listen.
little earpiece voice.
Yes, that's right.
And that was a cool thing too, where I was like, what is this? And they're like, we don't really like, this is what it is. And then I just found out it's like some of the stuff you do for VO, like you are like a secret agent. Like you don't fucking know until you get on the mic because there's so
That's right.
many NDAs.
Mm-hmm.
Even like, especially with mocap, like you don't know, or like video games, like when I was working on Death Stranding 2, it was like, God, like key box, lockbox, like this, like check in here, badge,
Oh my
someone's
God.
walking you to the voice studio. You're just like, oh my God, like, you know, we were at the Sony lot in LA and you're just like, holy, and you're patching in with Japan, Europe, like
Wow.
the director's in Japan, but there's a translator. Like it was just so, it was like so many levels of like,
Yeah.
this shit can't get leaked. Yeah, like it's nuts. So you just
Yeah.
don't know. And you're like, you don't, you know, you can't, I can't tell my husband like what the hell I'm doing. Like it's very creepy.
So confidential and so
Luckily
secretive.
he gets it. Yeah. 'Cause,
Nah,
like,
that's
you
good.
know, 'cause you gotta stay within the lines. But yeah, it's interesting. It's
Oh my
cool.
God.
It's cool.
Oh my God. It's been an
You see
absolute.
spinning kick.
I'm gonna send a clip. I'll send a clip and I'll share it
Yes,
with you.
yes.
But it's been an absolute pleasure. I can't thank you
Thank
enough for making
you.
the time. I know it's early down there. Have a
Oh, that's
wonderful
okay.
day. Have a
Yeah,
wonderful
no, I
day.
love it.
And like honestly, thank you so much. Massive shout outs to everybody who's going to join in on this episode, guys. Make sure you click on the links below. Follow Elysia on her journey. She's done some amazing work, and I'm like gonna scream when I come out of this room because I'll be like, my God, I had a wonderful conversation.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and thanks to your brother who's not here, but I got it.
I will do.
You know, thank you, everyone.
Definitely.
Woo!
That is awesome. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Okay,
Have a great weekend.
You too. Let's
Thanks for watching, and make sure you follow us on all our socials. You got X, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads, and do subscribe to the YouTube channel for more of the long form content and the breaking news. Also, guys, if you guys are on the commute, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Spotify. And there's some more videos for you guys to watch.